What up, what up, what up, everybody? I know it's been a while since I've been on to do one of these GM mindsets, but I'm back. Since the NBA draft is tomorrow, I just wanted to talk to y'all real quick because I'm in a little dilemma. I'm trying to find a new team to follow in the NBA, and I'm choosing between the Orlando Magic and the Washington Wizards. I know two off the wall teams, but I'm gonna tell you why. Don't want to be on the same bandwagon as everybody else and pick Philly because I just don't want to do that. So I want to go see games too. So I'm leaning more towards the Washington Wizards. So this episode, I'm gonna basically talk to y'all and tell y'all what I would do if I was the GM. So with the Wizards, they just recently traded and got CJ McCollum and Kelly Olynyk, okay, whatever. But CJ McCollum, I think, could be a decent mentor point guard because he's been playing more point guard these past couple of years for the Wizards. But if they can flip him, flip him. Also, Chris Middleton just got he just signed his player option. I wasn't too happy about that, but he's serviceable. So here we go. In the draft tomorrow, the Wizards got the 6th and the 18th pick. Now, there is rumors that they're trying to move up to the second or third so they can draft Harper or Fears. I'm okay with that if that can happen. But there's also another trade rumor saying that they're trying to get Philly's pick because Philly don't know if they want to use the third pick or go get a veteran. If they're looking for a veteran, could we possibly flip CJ McCollum or Chris Middleton to Philly for their pick? And you will probably have to add in like the 18th pick, maybe. If that happens, you have two top 10 picks, and I'm cool with that. Um, but they're talking about using a sixth pick to do that. This trade that I seen was the sixth pick for the third pick, and some other stuff. But if that happened, we would move up the third, and they would either get Bailey or Harper or Fears. I'm okay with that. And then the second part of that was them trading back into the top 10. Um, I forgot who the trade was supposed to be with. I think it's at the Rockets. I don't know why the Rockets would do that, but the Rockets, I think. But if we somehow end up getting the Wizards, somehow end up getting two top 10 picks, I know a lot of people is talking about DJ Harper, Queen, and people like that. But hear me out. Hear me out. They have Alex Sarr at center right now. I think a lot of teams are starting to do this, putting the tall, lanky, athletic kids at center, like Wemby, Sarr. But to me, honestly, they will probably be better at the power forward position. So hear me out. If we kept the sixth pick or could move up, go get the center from Duke. 7'2". He can play it down low, put him next to Sarr, and that's your front court. No defense, like no offense is getting to the rim easy. So now if they get two top 10 picks, I would still go get the center from Duke. And possibly these are my options that I would go with. If they can get Dylan Harper, fine. If not, okay. If they can get Feeders, fine. If not, okay. Another name that I look at in the top 10 that could possibly be there is Edgar Denman from BYU, 6'8" guard. And I think he was more the point guard. Go get him. Have CJ McCullough or whoever is still left kind of mentor him into the point guard role, and then you have a giant lineup basically on the court for your starting five. And I like tall, athletic players that can do everything. So that would be perfect. You got time to grow with this kid, and it would be a good fit. Now, if we kept our regular picks 6 and 18, I'm still saying go with this Duke center at number 6, because that'll be a big help for Sarr if Fears is not available, which most likely, I mean, he might be. Bailey probably won't be available, because I would say pick Bailey and have him get mentored by Chris Middleton until they can move on from that crazy contract. But at 18, I got 2 sleeper picks, especially if we get that big at 6. 2 sleeper picks at 18. One is Nico Clifford from Colorado State. 6'5". He's a combo guard. I think he got a little more playmaking skills, so you can get away with running point with him. I feel like he would have upside with this group, especially putting them behind CJ McCollum. And also Will Riley from Illinois, 6'8". Put him behind Chris Middleton. Let him learn from Chris Middleton, get his frame up, and that'd be a great pick. Either way, I feel like depending on what else the Wizards can do with this draft, I'm leaning more towards them than the Magic, because the Magic just gave away their future basically for Desmond Bane. I would have went a different direction instead of Desmond Bane. To me, Jalen Suggs is a better shooting guard than point guard. So if you wanted to use picks and stuff, you should have went out and got a true point guard. I know a lot of people say Lonzo Ball's knees ain't worthy enough, but I like Lonzo Ball. I heard they tried to get Kobe White, but they wanted too much. If not Kobe White, Ayo Dosunmu would have been good. They just traded Simons to the Celtics. He would have been a good piece. It could have been so much more for. You would have thought with the trade that they did, it was like a LaMelo Ball, Trae Young type trade, but it wasn't. So I'm leaning more towards the Wizards, but I think if they can get these young people that I talked about, and another one at the 18th pick, they say he's a little inconsistent, but I feel like with CJ McCollum coming in, have a mentor this young kid, and you can start bringing in the overseas connection, kind of like the Spurs did with Ginobili and Parker and Boris Diaw. So this kid, Nolan Traore, 6'3" point guard from France. They say when he's on, he works magic with the ball, but he's just inconsistent. So put him behind CJ McCollum, have him learn, get used to the NBA. And then you can have a little French connection right there with him, Koulibaly, and Sarr. That's 3 French players right there. Bring them all together. They're used to each other. It might help him out. So, but that's what I'm leaning towards. Wizards, hey, if you can do any of these, I'm all for it, especially getting a true center to put next to Sarr. So Sarr can be more of a power forward, so he can stretch the floor and go inside whenever he wants to, instead of putting him up against real centers that like to bang. That would be great. So let me know what y'all think. Wizards, I'm going to tag y'all. If you want to give me a job in the front office, I'm all for it. But holla at me. Let me know what y'all think, and we'll be watching that draft. Peace.